In today's video, I will give you 5 facts about City Skylines which I'm certain you do not know all of. Let's get building. There are 36 different info views in City Skylines. These display and highlight various information the player needs to know about their city. There are multiple tabs which have different information, for instance the different tiers of education in the education view. In general, the info views can be roughly divided into 3 categories. Citizen related displays info about the citizens such as happiness, housing levels, and so on. With these info views, the player can have an in-depth look at what their actions do to the everyday lives of their citizens. Service related displays info of different city services and the effort on the zoned buildings such as electricity, education, health, and so on. Some of the service-related info views also appear when the player accesses the according service menu. City and map related displays infos about features and effects in the city area itself. Some of those would be pollution, districts, land value, and so on. The pollution tab shows both ground and water pollution, while the noise pollution is in a separate tab. Number 2. Zones allow the player to place houses, shops, and industry buildings as those will grow where the player zones them. The different zones are residential, commercial, industrial, and office, which counts towards the industrial demand. For residential and commercial, there's also a high density option, which is available to the player at a later milestone in the game. While the high density residential is fine to boost the number of people in your city, the high density commercial buildings are basically just beefed up commercial buildings. These high density commercial buildings are taller and will sell more goods than the low density commercial buildings. However, the high-density commercial creates a lot more noise, and even though it provides more jobs, those jobs are for higher education level. Number 3. There are actually a couple of buildings where the player can connect pedestrian pathways to, which makes for pretty cool designs and easy access. For instance, there's this park here. The paths just easily snap to it. Then there is the small passenger train station where the player can add a pedestrian pathway to the rear of the station for a different entrance and exit point for the citizens. And there is the standalone monorail station where connecting a pathway is also a feature. Number 4. Utilizing districts throughout the city gives the player the power of more precise administration. Among other things, districts can be used to create a more unique looking city by adding a different specialization than the rest of the city, or by adding policies to further upgrade parts of your city. The player can, for instance, add the small business enthusiast to a commercial area, generating a lot more income from that area, since low-density commercial buildings will now double their sales. One other thing to note is that chirpers will complain about almost every new policy a player adds, no matter how beneficial it is. Number 5. In order to unlock unique buildings, not only must the player reach different milestones, but also meet additional conditions over a sustained period of time. Some of those conditions are easier to reach and even be met without a deliberate effort, while others are much harder to achieve. Even though most are rewards for great management and city growth, a few unique buildings actually require negative conditions to exist in the city. The Lazaret Plaza, for instance, requires 3 weeks of citizen health, which is lower than an average of 20%. Now, let me know in the comments which of these facts you already knew. And if you want to know even more intriguing facts about this game, there is no way around this video right over here. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day and stay safe out there. Bye-bye!